Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Software Inc. and Plump Corp. I almost said Emerald County there, which is interesting because that's nothing like Software Inc. or Plump Corp. But that is a mistake I've made a lot in the past, I'll be honest. There have been times, I think in like the first season of Software Inc., where all the time I was doing like, welcome back to City Skylines, it's Software Inc. So apparently that's a mistake I still haven't gotten over almost a year later, so that's kind of fun. Anyway, today we are still making some serious bank. Plump Nova is sitting there making 10.5 million. We have the PTX 100 at 793,000 pounds. We are almost done with Bake, and the Fulldozer there is taking its time. Also Plump Studios 3D by the B team, but you know, they're sort of stuck in this space, not doing what the. You guys okay there? You guys okay there? Is everyone doing that? No, it's apparently just the beta. I'm gonna speed things up and let them, Okay, they're not doing any. That was weird. Alright, that was very, very weird. I'm curious. Anyway, let's hopefully get through Plump Studios 3D in a reasonable amount of time. Hopefully we'll get Bake out as well. It would be nice to release a game. It would be nice if Bake actually ended up being a, you know, a huge success of one sort or other. That would be a nice change, certainly. Although it is coming along. It looks like it's going to be, I wanted it to be a November 1993 release. It looks like it might actually be a November 1993 release. Which would be, oh my god, I've just noticed Plump Nova sitting at 33 million. How is that? That's got to be our best-selling thing, right? Let's look at profit. Yeah, 110 million from Plump Nova, the motherboard there, with 400,000 units sold. Not actually as many as I thought there'd be. No one's interested in buying it. Plump Suite, anyone interested in buying that? They will give me £1. I think I'll pass, thank you, buddy. Alright, so is this going to be getting released this November? It certainly looks like it. Yes, it is. 1,111 bugs stomped. Let's release Bake. And we're obviously going to want to start marketing that right away. Give it to the marketing team there. And start the campaign. Let me just slow things down for a second, because the A-team are no longer doing anything. So we're going to want to give them something to do. So if we pop to here... Actually, hold on. Let's have a look and see if there's anything we can research. So we have that, we have those. We don't have cinematic filter yet. So let's start researching that with the A-team and get right to it. So that's going to be their new job for the time being, which will hopefully, yeah, it's not going to take too long at all. Okay, so let's see. Oh, hold on a minute. Plump Studio is ready to develop as well. Let's see what we can do with Bake. Because this could be a huge success or a complete flop, I really don't know. Bake is going to come in at a total of £290,000. That's not terrible. Yeah, we've surprised with this awesome game. I'll take it. I will. Oh my god, Plump Nova, £131 million there. That's surprising. That kind of come out of nowhere. How's that selling these days? Plump Nova, yeah, just doubled its units sold. Okay, I think we might be in a good place. It might be time to come over this way and start building that factory I've been talking about. So let's just extend our land a little bit there. And go that way a little bit too. And let's see what we can do. So let's go down a floor. This is the floor we're going to be working with. So really, this is just going to be a big square building. Which I guess is fine. We want a number, we want a length that can be divided into, I guess 30 by, a big square building like 30 by 30 would be perfect. But I guess if I do, say, 30 by 20, I can probably make that work. Possibly? I guess, yeah, because like 5 rooms can be 10 by 5. That should work. No, they need to be bigger. Let's go bigger. Let's do something ridiculous here. Let's go 60. I want 60. If at all possible. So 60 by... where's 60? There's 60. 60 by 30. There we go. That's the size of the warehouse. That's ridiculous. That is terrifying. Okay, so let's start working out these spaces. So I'm thinking 7 and 7 is 14 and 7 is 21, 8 and 8 is 16 and 8 is 24, 9, 18, 27. So if we do, I'm thinking 10 by 27. So that's, yeah, 10 that way and 27 that way. That's space for one part of one team. Let's just do 10 by 20. So 10 by 20, and then we... Actually, you know what? I'm going to make... No. I'm going to make that room, and then I'm going to duplicate it several times, because that should fit in there perfectly. So let's see. The factory rooms are going to have to look and function a very specific way. Now, what is that way going to be? I guess just rows of desks could work. That could be an idea. This isn't going to be the most friendly looking place to work, by the way. Just as an FYI. Okay, so I think it's fair to say that I've created a bit of a monster here. I think you have an idea of what's going on with the different colored rooms, and as I've previously mentioned, I want 24/7 working on I want 24/7 work going on for my hardware. So yeah, this will probably do that. If it doesn't, I'll honestly be surprised. Let's get some parking in here, right up to about there. That is absolutely not going to be enough, but you know, it's something. Can I do this as well? Like, does that actually work? It does. Does that work? It does not. Okay, so we're gonna want to get rid of you. Okay. What I'm also gonna do, I think, is I'm just gonna turn that into a road there, because I think that'll look a little bit better. And if I go ahead and do horizontal parking there, does that actually work? It does not. So what if I did a road to there? That does in fact work. Okay. So I'll do a road to there. We'll do some horizontal parking on either side like that. And I'm actually going to sort of continue the road just up a little bit there to about that spot and do some vertical parking in a few places there. So we'll do vertical parking. Can I do it the whole way across? I can indeed. Okay. And I'll do a section of road, because why not? There we go. So that's all parking space. It's way too much. Much more than we need. Well, actually, I say it's more than we need. Looking at that building, it might not be. That is a scary looking building. That really is. Anyway, let's go ahead and start selecting rooms and designating them to who can use them. So that's obviously going to be designers. The green rooms are obviously going to be programmers, and the red rooms are going to be artists. So let's do programmers. And we'll go for you, you, and you. And that's going to be for artists. Okay, and then these rooms down here are leaders, obviously. So let's designate you to leaders. Right, so this is ridiculous. It really, really is ridiculous and slightly scary. So I guess I'll need to put the teams in there in just a second, but what I want to do first, actually, is I think I want to build a giant canteen on top of all of this. So, to do that, I think the best strategy would probably be to, basically just wall off a large chunk at the end of the building like that, and that's going to have to be a canteen. So, let's select that space and unify the styles for a second. Let's go to elevators, and I'm going to do 3 of them right there at the end. So 1, 2, 3. That's going to be sort of the, I guess, a bit of a lobby of some sort. That could work. So we'll do that kind of thing. We'll just sort of wall off the elevators a little bit there so that they're in their own space. And what we'll do is put some doors there. I want to put a nice big glass double door there. This will all be into the canteen space. This is all going to be the canteen, by the way. And then over here we could do some more bathrooms. I think that's probably an excellent idea. So let's just start squeezing some more bathrooms into this space. No, that one doesn't work, so we're going to need to use that tool to do that one. Then this space as well can have some bathrooms as well, because I really think we're going to need them. Okay, this may look a bit ridiculous, but this is the canteen. It's got a lot of chairs, a lot of stoves in there and all that stuff, but hopefully this will absolutely do the job. So let's limit usage to canteen, and we're going to need to get out of build mode, go to manage staff, and I'm going to hire 2 more cooks, actually, yeah. We'll go with 2, because I'm actually going to get rid of the 2 extra kitchens that we have. Not that I necessarily remember where they are. So that's not a kitchen. There's a kitchen down there, though. So we're going to get rid of both of those. And we're going to get rid of that fridge. And instead, that's not what I wanted to do. Instead, we're going to go to needs. We're going to put a vending machine in that corner. And I'll go to reception, and I'll put a sofa in that corner. And I don't think I have any cooking stations further up through the building, no. So they're all going to be heading out to the new building and the new kitchen and canteen and all that stuff. Which is a bit ridiculous. Anyway, let's now start moving people into the new building. So, this room here is going to be set to hardware. And this room here, this room, and this room are also going to be set to hardware. Then I need to turn room labels on and make sure to get rid of all of the hardware rooms that we currently have. So if we go ahead and get all of you guys out of there and switch team to none. There we go. That's how I want it to be. So now the hardware team is going to go into those spaces. Now here's the thing. I'm actually going to want to figure this out, because each room can hold 32 people. So we're going to need to do some calculations here. So let's go to manage teams. Let's go to hardware, which is 37 employees. That makes things a little bit complicated. And see what we've got. So we have 12 artists. We have, I assume, 12 of each. Okay, so we want 20 more is basically what we want there. Okay, so if I go to automation, we want 32. So 32, we want 32, and we want 32. We're currently spending 92,000 on salaries, so I'm just going to add an extra 0 onto the end of that and let you spend $1 million on salaries. And I guess we'll see how that goes. So let's start hiring, I suppose. Let's unpause and speed things up. We should end up seeing this number on 97, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. So 97. Those guys should all move out to that new space, which will be great. Although I do need to rename their team to Hardware 1. So that team is now Hardware 1, which is fine. This is going to be Hardware 2 and then Hardware 3. So the way that's going to work is new team is Hardware 2 and Hardware 3. So if I add those two teams, what we need to do now is hire 2 leaders, train them in HR management, and then they're going to automatically hire everybody that I want. See? Easy. Nice and simple. So leader, let's get you questioned. Questioned's not the right word. Interviewed is the right word. Begin looking. Let's look at skills. We're going to go for you. You're a snob and you're a generous snob. You're goofy and generous. All right, you're going to be hired. So you're going to lead Hardware 2. And what else have we got? You're good. So you're a generous snob. You're a generous snob. Generous misanthropist, not really what I'm looking for. I need people who are goofy and optimistic. That will do the job. Emerson Holland, you are hired as well. Okay, so let's go to manage teams. Okay, so Hardware 1 is going to work from 8 until 4. Hardware 2 is going to work from 4 until 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's 8 hours. So you guys are going to work for, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're working until 12. And that's Hardware 2, correct? So then you guys are going to be working from 12 a.m. So 12 a.m. until 8 a.m. So that should be fine. That'll work. That's okay. Let's look at Hardware 2 and get you as the change your role to leader. Then we want to educate you in HR management, start the education, and we are good. Then Hardware 3, we're going to select you. We're going to set your role to leader, and we're going to educate you in HR management for the next 3 months. Oh boy, this is going to be very, very interesting once we get it all done. We might be looking at an interesting way to make money, is what I'm thinking. So that's going to be Hardware 2. Then this is going to be Hardware 3. So let's set that team to Hardware 3. Okay, let's speed things up and see what's going to happen. Oh boy. Tomorrow's going to be quite something, isn't it? How much? Plump Nova's at 131 million. It's going to go to... Please stay around that number. 123 million, okay. Oh yeah, that's a lot of people. That is an awful lot of people. My frame rate's been cut in half. It was sitting at 120. It's now at 60, which is what this video's in, so it's fine. But that's ridiculous. Look at that. That is scary to look at. That is so many people. But it looks really cool as well. Like, having that whole space lit up just looks awesome. The reflections in the floor and all that, like, that just looks... I mean, it looks miserable, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, that just looks so cool. Anyone using this? The cooks are out here, but is anyone actually using this as a... Yeah, some people are eating. Not that many, though. Which is surprising. There's really not that many people eating. I really should also put a meeting room up here. That would be an idea. But for the meantime, I think I'm going to leave that building as it is. I also really want to speed things up and get the new teams in here. So my servers can't handle the load from Plump Nova, which is a bit concerning. Yeah, that really needs upgraded. We may want to look into getting a server room up here as well. That could certainly be an idea. Although, I don't know. I mean, we could do it below the building. That's always an option too. But I guess, I mean, the running server doesn't need to be as powerful as it is. So maybe if I merge these two rooms, like so. So we'll merge those, which sort of defeats the purpose of the way the room was, but that's fine. I want to select all of the servers in here. I want to connect them. So that's now the primary dev server, which is also running Plump Nova, which isn't good. But we have the primary dev server there. If we head back upstairs, I'll just turn this back into a server room for the time being. I know I have the money to change it up and put a bunch of cool stuff in here and really get a massive server farm going. I just really don't want to. I've just spent a shed load of money on that new building and all the new staff members and all that stuff. I don't want to do too much per episode because it just gets a little bit like, yeah, and then we're going to do this, then we're going to spend more money, and then we're going to spend all our money. So yeah, we're not going to do too much here. But select all of those, connect those servers. Let's go to here. And we will get, so that's not even powerful enough. That server's not even good enough. That's gonna have to be, we'll call it Dev 1. So we'll go Dev 1, and this is gonna be Process. That'll be the Process server. Then if I can just move Plump Studio, redelegate it to Dev 1, we should not, yeah, the load is now fine for that server. Hopefully. We'll see. Are the leaders back? That's a question. Are you guys in your offices? You don't seem to be. I'm probably going to need more cleaners. I'm going to want more cleaning. Let's hire a few of you guys. And a bit of IT support, a bit of some not receptionists. Why do I need receptionists? Get rid of you guys, hire maintenance. Hopefully that'll be enough. And hopefully we'll see the other leaders get back next month. Also, Plump Studio is ready to promote, which is fantastic news. Let's get that through beta, please. All right, you guys are doing your thing. Are the leaders back tomorrow? That's the question. I don't know that they are. Plump Studio ready for release, though, which is fantastic news. Plump Nova has dropped in money, though. That's a bit disappointing, a bit worrying as well. Let's go ahead and release this. We will indeed start a marketing campaign. So let's go for marketing, okay, and start. We could probably stop there's nothing we can really stop marketing, which is both good and bad at the moment. But it looks like the marketing team are more than capable of getting everything done. Quite a few people heading back and forth to the canteen today. That's not so bad. That is certainly not so bad. Let's see, is Plump Nova going to go back up? Please, we need the money. We need it to go back up. I'm not sure. I doubt it will. They usually don't go back up all that rapidly. But we'll soon see. Wait a minute. Have I got... Oh, you are in. You guys are here. I mean, I don't know why you're both here, but okay. A product has been reviewed. Hold on a minute. Did it make... Plump Studio 14 million? Okay. Fair. That's fair. Let's go to Manage Teams. Let's go to Hardware 2 and go to Automation. So we're going to want 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. We're going to force rolls. We want 32, 32, 32. And preferred age is that, if at all possible. Education, we'll educate and do minus 32. Okay, so you guys are going to be hiring a bunch of people. Then hardware 3 is going to be exactly the same. So that is 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million. Force the roll. And we want 32, 32, 32. Minimum age, education, 32. There we go. Okay, so we should see a bunch of people get hired for those teams. There we go. Not so bad. I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. We should see, yeah, 97, 97, and 97. That is kind of scary. Let's go ahead and assign Hardware 2 and Hardware 3 to the Fulldozer. We'll hopefully get that done. There we go. So Hardware 1 is now on the job and is ready to develop. A lot of Hardware 1 is apparently getting educated as well, which is a little bit disappointing. But that's all right. We can deal with it. Eventually, we can turn off education for all the teams and see how things go. We also have this patent ready to go, so let's get that done, and let's look at research and see if there's anything that we haven't yet got. No, there isn't. Good. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's not bad. So 14 million on Plump Studio 3D. Plump Nova still making 8.4 million. What are we looking at in terms of my releases? 646 million from Plump Nova. That is not bad. Then the Fulldozer sitting there with a reasonable amount of money. We should see a whole bunch of people come in for Hardware 2. Apparently not. That's curious. We might see them come in tomorrow? We might at least see Hardware 3 come in. Yeah, there's Hardware 3 coming in to get to work. Fantastic. That's what you want to see. Alright, so we now have officially got 24/7 around-the-clock development on hardware. That's kind of ridiculous in the best way. What's also a fun number is we have 355 employees here at the company, and we're spending approximately, what have we got? Salaries are, that was last month. Are we really only spending 188,000 on salaries? I thought we'd be spending a lot more than that. Distribution's quite expensive, but yeah, that's interesting. Okay, that's a strange number that we're spending. Oh, there's the frame rate tanking. There's the frame rate. That's probably because I was selecting everyone at one time. There we go. There's a bunch of people going home. These guys are now in working on it. I'll tell you what we should do. We should actually start designing another piece of hardware because the designer is going to be sitting there doing nothing. So we're currently doing the Fulldozer. We did the motherboard already. Let's maybe look into going back and doing another motherboard. It's going to be a follow-up to the Nova. It's going to be the Nova X. And this is going to be in-house. This is going to be a tricky one, though. Because this is where we're going to start doing the in-house projects. So it's a consumer motherboard. It's going to have everything that that the previous one had. So we'll do all of this stuff that we possibly can. Just give it water cooling, 5.1, 7.1. So we can do all of this stuff. And then this won't make money, though. We kind of need it to make money. Maybe we won't do in-house. Maybe we'll do this one. We'll go for this one, and we're going to do $399.99. It's going to run on the process server. It's going to be developed on the Dev 1 server. And we're going to give that to hardware 1, 2, and 3. Develop. I'm curious to see how long this is going to take, if anything. Because these guys are immediately working on it. Then in a few seconds, we're going to have these guys working on it. Oh, there's the lag spike. There's actually no one showing up. Okay, that was weird. Why didn't Dev Team 3 show up? That's really strange. Okay, well, whatever the case, we have these guys all working on it. We'll have Dev Team 2 working on it soon enough. We'll have Dev Team 3 working on it eventually. And that's fantastic. I'm super, super pleased with it. There's Dev Team 2 in doing their things. The development just continues. And if I'm not mistaken, we should see Dev Team 3 come in. We absolutely should. There we go. So there's Dev Team 3 coming in to continue the work on the two pieces of hardware that we have going on. So let's stop marketing the PTX 100. We can keep marketing Bake for a little while. It did. How did it do? It was actually the worst selling thing we've done. Interesting. That's interesting. What if we sold it? They'd give us 1.224 million for Bake. We might want to make... It might be worth making an operating system. I'm really tempted to make an operating system, a PC operating system, make myself, and then make myself an amazing game engine. And, well, make myself some amazing visual and audio tools, then an amazing game engine. All in-house, and then make a game like Bake 2, and go from there. That could be a really good idea. We might have to do that. Anyway, I think we'll leave it there for today, ladies and gents. I think you have the idea of how this company's going to go. Any second, we should have these guys all going home, and these guys all arriving for work. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of ridiculous in the best possible way. It really is. I absolutely love how this has turned out. So, yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you kind of for watching, ladies and gents. This has been Software Inc., and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.